Yes, these are the moments just before an Army helicopter collided with an American Airlines passenger plane. This is a live feed from the Kennedy Center, and it shows the skyline of Washington, D.C. Now, here you can see the passenger plane finishing a 2-hour flight from Kansas. On board 60 people, including figure skaters returning from a competition. And here you can see the helicopter. You can see in that video that we just showed you, both aircraft were moving closer together over the span of about a minute. This map that I want to show you shows the flight path of both. You can see the helicopter coming from the top in red, the plane arriving from the bottom in blue. This is 8:47 local time, around 25 seconds before impact. We also have audio from air traffic control, which has been published online. As the two aircraft get closer, we can hear a conversation. This appears to be the air traffic controller. PAT stands for Priority Air Transport. The helicopter, CRJ, refers to the passenger plane. This response appears to be from the helicopter. But something goes wrong. The aircraft get closer to each other until this happens. Now, let's go back to the flight radar. Watch this moment again from here. You can see the plane and the helicopter getting closer to each other. The passenger plane is on a steady descent for landing. And this is the aftermath. The plane and its 60 passengers have crashed into the freezing Potomac River. Military aircraft do often fly near civilian planes in Washington, D.C., but a collision like this has never happened before.
Well, that was Nick Eardley. Let's go back to Graham Bowd. He's still with us, an aviation journalist. Graham, welcome back to the programme. Let's talk about communication systems and also the collision avoidance systems that passenger jets have on board. Tell me more about that. And does a passenger jet and a military helicopter use the same communication systems?
Well, as far as communication systems go, they would certainly be on the same frequency because they were in the same airspace. This means that the controller that was talking to the passenger jet and the pilots of the helicopter were all on the same frequency, if you like. The controller could speak to either of them, and they should have been able to hear what each other was doing. But I think what you're talking about is the collision avoidance equipment that they have. There's a system called TCAS. It stands for Traffic Collision Avoidance System, and this is something that works independently of air traffic control. It works through transponders on both aircrafts, and basically this equipment gives the exact position of each aircraft, and it can be interpreted by the equipment on the other plane. So what it would do effectively is if another aircraft was in the area and was posing a collision risk, the pilots of the plane would be alerted to this, and in certain circumstances they would be told exactly what to do. They would be given instructions to either climb or descend to get out of the way of the conflicting aircraft. However, I can't be sure whether the helicopter would have had this. It would certainly have been on the commercial jet, the American Eagle jet, but whether the military aircraft would have had it or not, I don't know. It probably would have done. But what I would add is that this equipment is not effective at very low level. I believe that any aircraft below 380 feet does not show up on TCAS. So that could be a factor here.
And Graham, I mean, the safety record for aviation in the US is really good over the last 15, 16 years. In terms of obviously trying to work out how exactly this has happened, the two black boxes are obviously on the passenger plane. Do military helicopters also have black boxes like that are retrieved after an incident like this?
Absolutely. This aircraft would certainly have had similar equipment, not exactly the same as the CRJ, but it would have had a flight data recorder and a black box, a cockpit voice recorder as well.